So everything that we've learned already, we're going to be applying to these problems. We just got to be able to set them up, that's all. Once we get these set up, then everything should flow pretty smoothly after that. So on this first one, it took Kelly 4 and 5/6 hours to fly from city A to city B. And it took her another 3 and 6/7 hours to fly from city B to city C. How long did Kelly fly? And when it says how long, it's talking really about time in this case, not distance, right? Because we don't know the distances, we just know the time. Whatever answer we get, we'll make sure to put this in as a mixed number. So looking at the last two lessons in this unit, where of course we're going to change the mixed numbers into improper fractions. We'll force the denominators to be the same, we'll operate, we'll simplify, and then we'll change any improper fractions back into mixed numbers. Okay? So, on this one, it took Kelly 4 and 5/6 hours to get from city A to B, right? So, I'm just going to write this from A to B. And it looks like she gets on another plane that's from city B to city C. All right? And up here it says, well, 4 and 5/6 hours from city A to B, so 4 and 5/6 hours there. And then city B, it's another 3 and 6/7 hours, so 3 and 6/7 there. Now, since we want to figure out the total amount of time that Kelly spent flying, that means we're going to need to add these two together, okay? So how long did Kelly fly? Again, that may seem kind of ambiguous. It's not quite as ambiguous as we saw with multiplication and division problems in the last section or the last unit. But that should be pretty clear that we're looking at addition here. Now, that came pretty quick to us because, of course, you know, we're just going over this as a class. However, if that still is a little confusing to you, just understand that, yes, it does take some time for these to kind of make a little bit of sense to you. You may have to try some subtraction and just check your answer to see if it works. It may not be quite as obvious as it would have been with multiplication and division, but it should still come out pretty obvious. Like on this one, for example, you'd get less than 1 hour, and so it says how long did Kelly fly? If you get something less than 1 hour, it should be pretty obvious that should be incorrect because one of the trips is already 4 and 5/6 hours. So another, even this word right here, another, that should indicate that we're using addition. So that's what we're using, okay? So we're going to take these two fractions, we're going to change them into improper fractions. We're going to keep the operation as addition here. And since we're changing these mixed numbers into improper fractions, the two denominators will stay the same. So the first denominator 6 will stay denominator 6. The second denominator 7 will stay denominator 7. So now we need to go in and we're going to apply cycle method to both of these and change them into improper fractions. So I'm going to start with cycle method on 4 and 5/6 right there. These are supposed to be arrows. And so, yeah, cycle method would show that you take 4 times 6 first, which is 24, and then not multiply, but add the 5 numerator to give us the new numerator. 4 plus 5 is 9. Drop the 2 and make that 29. So this is 29/6 there. Then we'll apply cycle method to 3 and 6/7. So we'll start with 3 times 7 here, which is 21. And then to finish off the cycle, we'll add the 6. So 1 plus 6 is 7. Drop the 2, 27. Yeah, that's right. So 27/7 says our new fraction. Well, that was pretty good. We changed those into improper fractions. However, now that we have these as improper fractions, we need the denominators to be the same. Right now, they are not the same. So we're going to change them so that they are the same. All right, and that's kind of what I was thinking as well, is just the multiplication. Here, so that means we're going to take the denominators and multiply them into the other fraction, right? So like this 6 denominator here, I'm going to apply to the numerator and denominator of that second fraction. So 27 times 6 in the numerator, 7 times 6 in the denominator. We can do that one pretty quick, 42. But 27 times 6, we'll have to show the work on that one. 27 times 6, 7 times 6 is 42. So carry the 4, 2 times 6 is 12, but add the 4 makes that 16, 162. So that changes into 162 40-seconds. But then the 7 denominator, I'm going to have to multiply by the denominator and numerator of the first fraction. So of course, 6 times 7, we should have expected that to be 42, right? Because this process is forcing the denominators to be the same, which we've done. 42 and 42 denominators. But we've got to change the numerator as well. 29 times 7. Let's see what we get from that. 9 times 7 is 63. Carry the 6. 7 times 2 is 14, but add the 6 is 20. So 203 is our final numerator there. So now we've changed the two fractions so that the denominators match. That's good because now we're ready to add the two numerators. The denominator stays the same, of course. 42, we just need to add those two numerators, 203 and 162. Let's go and show the addition here, 203 and 162. Let's go and add these two together. And this will give us a new fraction with the denominator still, that's 42. So, new numerator there, 3 plus 2 is 5, 0 plus 6 is 6, and then 2 plus 1 is 3, 365. So 365 40-seconds there. Now, we should look, now that we've operated, to simplify the improper fraction. And I look at this, and 42 is divisible by 2, 3, 6, 7, and I'm missing some other values, but it won't matter because 365 is not divisible by 2. 3 plus 6 is 9, plus 5 is 14. 14 is not divisible by 3. It's not divisible by 7. So yeah, it looks like that's fully simplified. Now, if it's not simplified, as we find our mixed number, we'll see that perhaps, hopefully we'll see, that the fractional part can be simplified, okay? So right now, I'm just going to stick with the denominator 42, knowing that we're just going to need to check the fraction in the end to see if it can be simplified. Although, again, just with a quick analysis here, we find that it should not be simplifiable. Okay, so we need to do some long division here. 365 divided by 42. So our quotient is going to be the whole value in the mixed number, and the remainder will be the numerator of the mixed number. Well, 42, I don't really have all my multiplication tables for 42 down, so I'm gonna make a list here on the right. Let's see, 42. Of course, that's our first multiple. Add another 42 would be 84. Our second multiple. Add another 42. That's a 6, 12. That's our third multiple. Another 42. 8, 168. Here's our fourth multiple. But we need more. How do I know we need more? Well, let's look. Because 42 will not go into 3 or 36. So we need it to go into 365. Let's find out. So we'll keep adding 42 here. So that's our fifth multiple. 0, carry the 1. 1 and 6 is 7, plus 4 is 11. Carry that 1. 1 and 1 is 2. 210. That's our fifth multiple. Add another 42. 0 plus 2 is 2. 1 plus 4 is 5. And then 2. 252. There's our sixth multiple. Let's keep going because we need more. We need to get up at least 300. Plus another 42. 4 and 9 and 2. 294. Got another 42. Let's see where that lands us. 4 plus 2 is 6. 9 plus 4 is 13. Carry the 1. 1 and 2 is 3. 336. And yeah, we can see that should be the end right there. What is that? Our eighth multiple. And if I added another 42, I'll just show this. 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 plus 4 is 7. And then drop the 3. 378 is the ninth multiple. And so, yeah, that's as far as we need to go on this one. You only ever need 9 multiples for a long division like this. And 378 is too big, but 336 is not, and that was the 8th multiple right there. Let me count that, make sure I got that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the 8th multiple. And I can see just from this down here that our 8th multiple, 8 times 42 then is 336. And I'm going to subtract that. Okay, so whatever I get out of this will be my remainder because we're already using up the ones place value. And so 5 minus 6, we're going to have to borrow from the 6. 15 minus 6 is 9. 5 minus 3 is 2. And then the 3's and the hundreds place value zero out right there. So our quotient is 8 from long division. That's the whole value, and the remainder is 29. And so just a reevaluation of the fraction to see if it can be simplified. No, 29 is prime, 42 is not divisible by 29, so that ends it right there, except one final thing. And last thing we need on this is a label, because we are dealing with a word problem. So, what was the label? We already talked about it. It's in hours. How long is it in hours? And it's 8 and 29/42 hours. So let's go and put our label on this one. Hours. That's it.